Alright, so you're wandering through the internet. Entertainment levels are low. You both are about to die of boredom. What do you want to do?
I look for a cool new podcast.
Yeah, and I assist. Alright, give me an investigation check. Oh yeah, and roll with advantage.
Last time on Roll with Advantage. So the party was traveling towards the coast when the conch shell started making all sorts of fuss. Kinien, Manet, and Tenuvial investigated the shell and, quite on accident, discovered that it's a teleportation device. They got sent off to an unknown location that seemed to be below the sea. After exploring around for a while, it seemed like this location might have something to do with giants, as everything was quite large. Kinien even found a cloak that belonged to a giant. The party traveled towards the sound of sweet music. Kinien, wearing his newly found cloak, fit him quite poorly, when the giants suddenly noticed Kinien.
So you're just kind of walking along the edge of the by the wall, just like you normally would, like you own the place, and you hear like this chair like push out from one of the tables. This loud booming voice calls out, you guys can see a frost giant standing up and pointing towards Kinien. And he says, "That orc! He has my cloak!"
I don't know what he said.
Is
he in common?
No.
I don't know what he said.
The jazz stops and the singing stops abruptly, and everybody just kind of turns and looks at you.
I turn and look at them and walk into the room.
Walk down the corridor?
Uh-huh.
Okay. You turn down
They
that
don't see
corridor.
you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not focused on us.
You turn down the corridor like you own the place, and there are two guards standing at the end of the corridor in front of these shipwreck wooden doors, and they stand in front of the doors putting their spears crossed in front of you, and a couple of giants run towards you, storm giant guards, and yell at you. You don't know what they say. They're just shouting.
I wave.
And
Into English.
Yeah, they shout at you some more, and they step forward towards you, kind of aggressively.
I take it they don't speak common?
They don't seem to. What are you guys doing, Manet and Tin? Are you hiding in the doorway?
I'm kind of hiding a little bit right now, just because if things get ugly, then having the element of surprise could be useful.
Oh, sure. Okay, so I need stealth checks from you two, please.
/ if he gets captured, then we can try to save him.
And I will give you guys advantage, because Kinien has taken aggro, basically. Has caused a distraction for you.
21.
18.
18? Okay. So, everybody is turned towards the corridor with Kinien in it. They are walking towards you aggressively. What would you like to do?
I pull the conch out of my bag and raise it up and point at it.
Nice, dude.
Playing a game of charades,
Nice.
almost.
And they look at you and then at the conch, and the one that was aggressively moving towards you relaxes his posture almost and reaches his hand out for the conch.
I smile and give it to him.
He takes it and he puts out his very large, giant hand towards yours, almost like follow me, like a child holding a parent's hand, like he wants you to hold his hand.
I grab his pinky.
Okay, and he just starts dragging you. He doesn't realize his steps are a little longer than yours, so you have to
Like hot skipping behind him?
Yep. He is a size larger than you, so so you see Kinien dragged back into this room with two guards, and
Back into the room we are at?
yes,
Okay.
yep. And Kinien's got kind of this happy smile on his face almost, with the cloak and just kind of waltzing in, and the storm giant guard brings you up to the frost giant, and the frost giant is barking at you, just like yelling in giant at you, and like tugs on your cloak, and like puts it up to your face and is yelling at you, and what do? you take it off and you like hold it up for the giant to take. The giant takes it and he like puts it around him and it fits perfect. Like it is made for this.
And I'm
guy.
like doing like the okay symbol on him, like
We cool.
Yeah, and the giant like rubs his chest to like flatten the scales on it, and just checking to make sure nothing is damaged. And he like tightens it across his chest, and he looks upward, not meeting your gaze, and he snuffs and he sits down. He looks angry at you, but he definitely gets the sense that you don't understand. And so he's kind of giving you leeway, it seems.
Like he's a toddler.
He got
Yeah,
his
almost,
cloak
yeah.
back. He's mad that you took it, but okay that you gave it back.
Yeah.
I'm
Is-
surprised this hasn't broken out into bloodshed
is
yet.
there any drinking conches?
They took yours. That's the conch that you had.
I walk over toward the fountain
Okay.
and I'm like motioning
Yeah.
that I want to drink.
The guard comes over to you and puts his hand on your shoulder, and he looks at you and shakes his head. The storm giant that was singing walks up to you, and in common, she says, "Wow, hello, orc.
Hi.
You are awfully large for your size."
I found some potions.
Very clever. So, what can we do for you?
I blew her into a thing, one of these shells, and now I'm here.
How did you come across one of these shells, pray tell?
I found it on the side of a river. There was a flooding.
She says, interesting. Let me tell you what. We can house you, if you like, and send you home along your way in the morning. Or we can dispose of you now, if you like. And she looks at the guards, and the one guard is like cracking his knuckles.
I like to party. I like to move it. I've never seen an instrument like that either.
She says, yes, this is quite an instrument. So, real quick, before I have my guards remove you down to the smaller quarters, why do you have business here? Or is it simply that you were blowing into a magical conch on a whim?
If only
Who
she
would
knew
do that?
Kinien.
Who would do that?
It was blinking and beeping, and I was drinking, and I started drinking to the beeping, and
And then the beeping was going to me drinking?
I must have missed my flagon and tried to drink from the shell?
Deception, please.
She can probably smell the alcohol.
Oh,
in his
yeah, yeah.
breath, so.
With advantage.
14.
14. She eyes you. She says, I believe you, to some degree. I believe you are not telling us the full truth. So, my guards will take you down to our guest quarters, where you are a guest, and you will be removed in the morning. Please enjoy our accompaniments. Goodbye. And she just like shoos you away, and the guards like start taking you towards the turret.
Hey, I ate all the food already.
Oh
So-
my God.
What are you guys doing, Manet and Tim?
I was just about to interrupt to say, I don't know
Why we're here?
I don't know if it's better to be like, hey, we're also here. It's just the three of us.
Considering
We'd like to
his
go.
lies, no, it's not better for us to do that because,
Probably. Okay.
well, I guess we could say we followed him. We've blown the contract.
You're looking
he
for
disappeared.
your simple orc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never go full
Oh,
retard.
there you are, Kinien. We've been looking for you.
I don't know what good that's actually going to
Yeah.
accomplish for us, though, because I
Oh.
don't know what it is that we're here for.
Yeah, they don't see us right now. Kinien hasn't mentioned us. He seems to be handling things pretty well.
I'm trying
Which
to
is
party.
very, very surprising. Very impressed. But
We can attempt to say that we're trying to meet with Sarissa. You heard that she was a nice lady, and we know that theoretically she's here.
But why? I mean,
As-
because we
as
found
you
the
guys are, like-
conch, and the conch just says, all the giant lords are summoned.
Mhm.
Why would we be wanting to talk to her?
We don't have to be here for that reason.
As you guys are discussing before the guard gets to the turret, you guys are like, oh, what are we gonna do? Back and forth. Kinien, I need you to give me a perception check.
I wanted to party.
And Tim could give me one too.
Okay.
9.
21.
Nice. Holy shit. So what you see is down the mediocre hallway, you see a very large purple storm giant walk in at the moment that they're leading Kinien towards you.
Mm-hmm.
And you see her, she's got this headdress, this gorgeous purple hair. She's got this scar going from one ear across her nose and face to the other ear. The scar goes up to the bridge of her nose and then back down. And she's got this dragon skull headdress with intertwined in her hair. You remember her. This is the giant that turned into the dragon that attacked you all at the temple.
Yay.
And she sees Kinien, and he's just unaware, just oblivious to this. And imagine it like this: she walks into the doorway, she sees Kinien, and she just quick turns about face and walks out of the room quickly.
Ooh, she doesn't want to be seen.
She doesn't seem to have noticed you. She definitely saw Kinien though. So what do you want to do?
With my really nice perception roll, what was I able to gather from the one giantess that had talked to Kinien? Do I have a feeling that... how do I think if we were to show ourselves, what's my feeling on how her mood would be?
I think that'd be more of an insight roll. If
Insight?
you want to,
Okay.
yeah. If you want to do that real quick, just kind of gauge the situation.
19?
19. Do you want to try a 2-minute?
We're not gonna
Yeah,
help.
mine as well.
Am I still
That's
in
a
the
9.
party room?
Yeah. Yeah, this is all happening boom, boom, boom. Tin, you think that if you were to show yourself, it might change things slightly, depending on what you're gonna say. You get the feeling that she feels that she is above all small creatures, just by the way she's talked to Kinien.
Okay.
It definitely has this feeling of demeaning, and that you might have a tough time convincing her or discussing anything with her. She is more about just removing you from this place that you do not belong.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
At the same time, this place is built with quarters for small people,
Right.
Yeah.
which is intriguing to me.
I know, I'm very intrigued by that. Oh my gosh, I really don't know what to do because...
So do you tell Manet what you see? Let's resolve that first.
Yeah, I tell them what I
Okay.
see.
So remember, they're walking towards you. So what do you tell him? You see this and you get a temperature for what's going on. What do you tell Manet right now?
Something along the lines of, if we show ourselves, I feel like she's not going to want to listen to us because we're not giant-sized.
Do you tell him about the one giant?
Oh, he didn't see that either?
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay, yeah, no, and I kind of, like, whisper, like, hey, that giant that turned into a dragon. She came in, but then she saw Kinien and she left. Part of me kind of wants to go follow her. But part of me feels like that would be a horrible idea since she almost killed all of us. So, Manet, what do you want to do?
Gained a few levels since then.
Yeah, we're also short a few party members.
Yeah, and one giant. I want to try and meet Sarissa.
Okay.
Okay.
She's obviously she thinks she's some grand high queen for the giants now, but we've heard that she's a nice person, so could be.
So does Manet just kind of take a step out to the doorway and kind of announce himself?
I'm gonna walk out and say, Kinien, there you are.
Well, and I don't know what Manet is doing, but I know that if we're not to make it feel like we're deceiving people, I have to walk right out with him so that there's no more surprises after him.
Okay.
So I'm like right behind him, even though I have no idea where he's going with this.
Okay. All right.
Kinien, what have you gotten up to?
I made friends. And I fumble in my pack, and I pull out a pipe, and I pack a pipe, and I light a pipe.
When you pack and light that pipe, the giantess says, excuse me, first off, please do not smoke in here. It affects my singing. Second, who the fuck are these people? And she says, who are you?
So, this is our friend, and he sort of disappeared on us. So we tried to follow him and figure out where he went.
Because we know he's a little drunk and...
He gets himself in trouble on occasion, and by occasion I mean day.
I'm a big orc!
So, hopefully he hasn't been rude to you all. I apologize if he has. Like, I'm just kind of segueing into the whole, like, oh, I'm going to pretend I'm a concerned mother type thing.
I point at the frost giant. I wore that cloak!
She says, yes, it looks to me that you have your hands full with this one.
Yes, we do. Is there a Sarissa around here?
Yes. That is my sister.
Can we talk to her?
She's unavailable right now. But let me tell you this. How about this? Why don't we put you down in the guest waiting quarters, and as soon as she is ready, we will come get you.
That's a very gracious offer. I think that's fantastic. Thank you so much.
And what is your name so I can let her know who is calling?
My name is Manet.
I'm Tanuvial.
I've got a spear!
That's Kinien.
Yes.
Noted.
And what is your name?
My name is Marina. And this, sheepish... Oh, God, that's punny. The white storm giant in the back, who is just kind of disappeared into the background. She is standing there, and her sister turns and points at the one in the back. She says, "This is my sister, Nim. Now, please follow our guards, and like I said, we will be with you when Sarissa is ready. Feel free to enjoy what compliments we have downstairs."
I ate all that.
Oh, God. Okay. Our guards will make sure that you have enough compliments to feed all of you.
Again, you are very gracious, Marina. And then I walk up to Kinien, and even though I am right now much smaller than him, I grab him by the arm to motion for us to start walking with the guards to get out of here.
I take
while things are good.
I take 3 or 4 steps. I stop. I turn really slowly
Okay.
and smile and wave and then keep walking.
She waves at you like,
A little confused.
bye. Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here!
Yeah. And you guys hit the stairs, and you hear Marina say, "I am very sorry for the interruption. We will begin again shortly." And the music starts playing again, but there's no singing over top of it. You hear very large doors open and then shut in the background as you're making your way down these very nice staircase. What do you guys discuss while you're waiting?
Are the guards still with us?
No, they have closed the door, and they are nowhere to be seen. You're inside the room.
Well, I turn to Kinien and say, you did a fantastic job playing up your drunkenness. Because part of me is hoping that he's not quite as drunk as he was showing in there. And that it was just...
I don't know, that wine was pretty good.
It is actually very good wine. So, currently it's been 10 minutes have passed. So, I think you guys would have the feeling that you're probably going to be waiting here a while.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, what's going through your characters' minds? Are you trying to come up with a couple of plans? Like, if shit hits the fan, like, I mean, Tim probably has told everybody now that about the giant, and so that might be something to plan for. Like, why are they taking so long?
Well, I think, first of all, considering we asked to see Sarissa, we should figure that shit out first in case she does come quickly. I'm thinking we can go the angle of we had read the message on the conch about this all the Giant Lords being summoned, and we were wanting to ask why so many giants are suddenly attacking, and can we come to like a peace agreement or a ceasefire?
I will give you inspiration for that thought.
Yeah, okay.
So that is a very good thought. I'm not gonna dig it out. I
That's
forgot to
fine.
grab it, but just mark somehow that you have inspiration.
The little folk are interested in peace because the giants are
So powerful.
causing chaos for us, and we don't care what the giants do. We just want them to kind of stop killing all the
Yeah.
small folk.
Yeah. Stop doing what they're currently doing and just go back to how it used to be.
Doesn't even have to be that. If the whole, if shit's blowing up here because the giants didn't like how the status quo was, I'm okay with the status quo changing, as long as the little folk become...
Yeah, not the collateral damage.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do I hear music playing?
Yeah, faint music.
I hear that the dragon is here,
Mhm.
and Kinien leaves the room.
Kinien.
So you open the door,
Mm-hmm.
and when you do, two spears cross in front of you, and the storm giant guards are standing there, guarding the doorway, not allowing you to leave.
Hey, I'd like to register a complaint.
Oh my gosh.
They look down at you unknowing. They just look down at you, like sideways, side-eyed, just paying you no mind other than making sure that you're not leaving the room.
I clink on my breastplate
Yep.
and point. I'm pointing at the dragon insignia. I'm pointing and I'm like,
Point.
dragon, and pointing upstairs.
One of the guards hits the other one on the shoulder, and they start saying stuff, and they're like,
Do I?
they just start laughing.
What did it say?
They say, "You son of a bitch!" They say,
Puny human trying to
Yeah.
talk to us. Or puny orc, sorry. Short people are funny.
What you got, Alan?
they say, "What's shiny and green and smelly all over?" And the other one just kind of laughs, and the first says, orcs. And they just kind of laugh. It was a really bad joke. But whatever! Hey, I tried.
Or they would find bad jokes funny.
Yes.
Kinien, get back here. So far we've avoided pissing them all off.
I put my hand on the storm giant's leg.
Okay.
And push.
You like push the leg. He smacks your hand away, and he turns towards the door, and he is now upset.
I throw my hands up like this, and I'm like
frustrated.
Frustrated, like I'm making dragon noises, like rah, bleh.
Oh my god!
I'm trying to communicate with this guy. I'm like pulling my top knot, like there's a dragon upstairs.
Kinien, what are you doing?
I walk over to Kinien and like pick him up and pull him back into the room.
So you walk over. Oh, that's right. So you walk over and you like drag him by like the highest you can reach on him is mid shin right now, and you're just like dragging his leg. Like, come on.
And I just turn to the guards and I say, no, I'm sorry. They don't know it, but they can tell from my voice. And then I just go to like close the doors.
Yeah, so you like bow deeply and you're like, sorry. And you like close the door.
Kinien, we can't afford to start a fight in here. There are way too many giants.
I don't want to fight a giant.
I'm aware of that. But you just tried to push one who's actively guarding our room.
I wasn't going to hurt him.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that.
He does not know that.
All he knows is that we suddenly appeared here. And so now he's holding us down here until he's told what else to do.
I bury my axe into the floor with one strike.
And you crack the very nice purple polished floor.
Oh gosh.
And I go, lay down.
Okay, so you like and like you walk over and you push two beds together.
Yeah.
And they're pretty big beds as it is. You push two of them together and you like lay across them to try and they bend. They're like and they like cave a little bit under his weight.
I pull the axe out of the ground, put it over by Kinien, and then try and cast mend on the floor.
Yeah.
Does it work?
Yeah, the cracks start like sealing up. It takes a few castings.
Okay.
But yeah.
So we don't have to like awkwardly move a table on top of it or something.
Yeah, put some newspaper over top of it.
We just stand right on it for when they come in, like.
Oh, that crack? Oh, that was like that when we got here.
We thought you guys were very accommodating, very fantastic experience. We're not going to hold it against you.
The food was delicious.
Yeah,
when we
leave, crack.
When we leave that review on Yelp, we won't even mention it.
Mm-hmm.
But
so, Kinien, are you napping or are you just
resting?
You're laying there, like trying to keep yourself calm in this situation.
I've calmed myself.
Okay.
And my chest looks better.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I could cast Calm Emotion if I needed to.
He's taking a short rest.
Okay. Yeah, and there's definitely time for that here.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, this is kind of a short rest period. It's now been 15-20 minutes longer. You guys have been waiting a half hour or so, and still nobody has come.
They haven't come to kill us yet.
That's right. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about?
Fiddle with my bow tie.
Otherwise, are you just kind of on auto, just waiting around, maybe playing cards, something like that to pass the time?
Yeah, because really, I mean, if the dragon comes to attack us, if the giant turns into a dragon, then we just gotta see what situation is and react to it.
Okay. While this short rest is going on, it's been a couple of hours now. Something that's been like kind of calling to you, Manet, is just kind of like you've been pondering this situation a little bit, and it seems odd to you, or at least it's weighing heavy on your mind. Why the fuck would a dragon be here with giants? They're mortal enemies.
Oh, okay.
Not even frenemies.
No.
Can we get a refresher on
Yes.
what?
You remember that Imrith came and attacked you. She turned into a blue dragon, an ancient blue dragon. After the battle, you guys rode away with Pt.2, and that's where you found out that Imrith is a
Blue dragon.
evil dragon, an evil blue dragon, and that's also where you found out about the giant dragon wars and about them hating each other. You know from Pt.2 and from what Kyo talks about that dragons are able to take forms of different creatures, and they actually have preference to certain creatures. And that Pt.2 explained that Imrith must be taking a storm giant form.
Okay.
So we don't know anything about her motivations at the moment.
No.
Okay. So she probably doesn't want to cause a scene here either because she's actually a dragon, and the giants probably hate her.
Yeah.
Well, and yeah, so
Okay.
we actually would have that leverage if she were to confront
That's
us.
true.
We could reveal
We're fine.
who she is.
We're fine.
And hopefully,
That's why I was trying to get out. I was trying to leave the room.
Mhm. Yes, but doing so in a way that pisses off the guards will only make it easier for her attention to be drawn to us.
Okay. So, another hour goes by. It's been 3 hours. A knock comes to the door. Oh, yes. Yes. Kinien has shrunken now.
And I have gotten my great axe at the ready. It's on my back, and
Okay.
I've been preparing
Okay. Yeah.
for
Whetstone
battle.
and yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I quickly cast mend on my
You're good.
on my gun,
Okay.
just in case.
Just quick make sure that the cracks are all gone. Yeah. Yep. And then mend on your gun. Yep.
Well, wax on, wax off.
Yep. And a knock at the door comes,
It's
and
kind of them to knock in their own. I mean, I guess they probably can't fit through the door.
Right.
Open the door.
yeah, you open the door, and there stands Marina. She says, "Queen Sarissa shall see you now." You notice the guards are gone. Do you guys follow her?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. You guys follow her into the chamber with the large pool of water. And when you enter this chamber, you see 3 other giants in this room. The fire giant, the cloud giant, and the frost giant. And the frost giant's wearing its cloak. And they're all standing there in front of the turret. They kind of like crack their necks and they crack their fists. The frost giant points to you 3.
It's comprehend languages.
Yep. You've got comprehend languages.
I wave.
Kinien waves, and the frost giant says, "You small folk have made a grave mistake this day."
Is it in common or?
No, it is in
Okay.
giant. Manet can understand it. It is at that time the giants run at you
Rage.
to attack. So everybody roll initiative, please.
Awesome.
Please. Yeah.
19.
11.
10.
I want 10 to roll a insight check, please.
1.
All right, fantastic.
Awesome.
That makes it a 10.
Oh.
Okay. All right. They go on 3. Very good. With 10, Tim,
Mhm.
you can tell that other than the frost giant, the other giants don't really want to be here, and that you might be able to persuade them to stand down.
Except that we don't speak giant.
Yeah.
That's a really bad mistake on our part.
Yeah.
I
Can I
mentioned that to
spend
him.
You
downtime
can
days
speak
to
it.
learn that?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't.
Oh, you can only understand it. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So, Tin, what would you like to do? Oh, also with your insight, you intuit that it probably wouldn't be wise to kill a princess.
Yeah, no.
So,
Yeah.
Did Marina walk over to the others before they started to attack us, or is she
she's behind
still
you.
leading us?
She's behind you. Or no, she is in front of you. Yes. Sorry.
What does she look like she's doing?
In this moment, she is walking through the other giants, not stopping them.
So she sort of seems like she's.
You get the feeling she kind of set this up, stomp these little folk.
Okay.
Giants aren't weak to light, I probably
No.
don't know. Yeah.
What you got?
I guess I will just shout out, we're not here to fight, we want to make peace. And hold my action until something gets within 10 feet of me.
Okay. Sounds good. When you shout that, you see the shoulders of Marina just kind of lift in a chuckle. It is Manette's turn.
Actually, sorry,
What?
I lied. I'm going to cast
You get a buff.
I'm gonna cast Bless on Kinien.
Okay.
Yeah, you get it on everyone. You get.
No, oh yeah, 3 of my
Nice.
choice. Okay.
Okay, everybody's blessed. All right,
Okay.
Manette.
And it
D4s.
counts for saving throws as well.
I'm gonna shoot the frost giant.
Okay.
18 hit.
An 18.
Oh wait. 22.
Yes, that hits. Yes. Okay.
Alright. That's 24 damage.
Next is Kinien. You reload. I presume.
So
Yes, I reload.
I see 4 giants are charging us.
Yeah.
Well,
no,
three are charging.
Three giants are charging you. One is walking away towards the stairs to go up.
Marina is
Yeah,
walking
Marina
away.
is
And it's a
walking away.
fire, a frost, and what?
Cloud.
Cloud.
But the frost is the one that looks angriest.
The frost is the one that you stole the cloak from. Well, stole.
Huh.
Well, no, stole.
Yeah.
Gave back, but stole.
Yeah.
I can't understand what they're saying.
Mhm.
I know that they're pissed and they're coming at me.
Mhm.
I'd like to move 20 feet ahead
Okay.
and slam my axe down into the ground
Okay.
as hard as possible and let out a war cry.
Okay. An attempt to intimidate?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, go for it. First, I want a strength check, please. When you slam this axe into the ground, give me a strength check.
And don't forget to add a d4 to it.
Yeah. It's basically an attack.
How's a 24 plus 7 do you?
Holy shit.
31.
Yeah. So you run up and you slam this axe, and the axe goes all the way, halfway, all the way up to where the hilt meets the head, and you bury it deep. The cracks shatter across this very nice tile, and then you just let out this guttural yell. Go ahead and roll your intimidation with advantage.
Maybe we won't
With a
have to
D4.
fight them.
Yeah, with a
very
D4.
much.
I am proficient in intimidation. 23.
23. Nice. With that yell, you can see that the fire giant has stopped running forward and is cautioned against this whole thing. You think that the fire giant was probably the least convinced out of all of these, and you also see Marina turn around, and you see fear in her face. The frost giant still powers forward, and so does the cloud giant.
So I draw my axe out of the ground.
Yep, and it comes out easy.
And I'm holding it at the ready.
Yep. All right. It is their turn. The Fire Giant first says in Giant, she says, maybe we should rethink this. This isn't right, guys. This doesn't feel right. The other two bear down on Kinien. First, the Frost Giant. That is going to hit at a 27. Oh, you went at Reckless, yeah. So 9 plus 9 is 18. Does 18 hit you?
Yes.
Okay. So 2 hits with this Great Axe from the Frost Giant. You take... Ooh, that is 21 plus 6 is 27 plus 6 is 33.
32.
Yeah, 32.
That's both hits combined.
That is 1, sorry.
Oh, 32?
Oh, goody.
Yep. Okay. 32. And then the second one is 9, 19 plus 6 is 20, 25.
Okay.
All right. Next up is the Cloud Giant. Cloud Giant comes in, wielding his Morning Star.
I'm going to use Warding Flare on his first attack.
Okay.
Hopefully that will spike him or something.
First attack. What does Warding Flare do?
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Very good. First attack is at a 15.
Miss.
Miss. Second attack. Second attack is at a 28.
Yep.
And that is going to be 20 piercing damage.
Yeah.
10. Your turn. Marina has turned back towards the stairs and is moving quickly now, making it to the stairs and working her way
Okay. Guiding Bolt on the
Wound
Frost Giant.
up. Okay.
That is ranged spell attack.
Sure.
14 plus 7 is 21 to hit.
21 hits.
My dice are on fire.
Okay, so 6 and 6 is 12 and 5 is 17 damage.
17 in total.
Yep, and it's radiant.
Next,
Is it glowing?
is it Colon?
What spell did you use?
Guiding Bolt.
Ah.
So it's radiant damage.
So it's,
Oh, actually,
it's
no,
glowing.
you're
Oh, is it
right.
glowing?
You're right.
So
Next
you've got
attack roll
advantage.
gives
Nice.
advantage.
That's why I'm saying. Yeah.
Thanks to the mystical dim light.
I was already prepping for your.
Oh, I already have dice.
Yeah, dude.
I'm prepared for this.
Found you a yellow one.
Are you rolling your extra dice?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm rolling all of the dice.
Okay. Okay. This feels a lot like old school, like 3.5, where people are just rolling fistful of dice. Are those in 10s? Holy shit.
46 damage.
To the Frost Giant?
Yeah.
Wait,
46.
was that just your cannon?
Yeah. I crit with it.
Oh yeah,
Thanks for
you
that
crit.
guiding bolt.
Guiding bolt.
Yeah.
That's why I was like.
Yeah. Nice. He looks rough.
Yeah, he better.
Yeah, you just blow apart like his side or whatever, and he's got his hand on his ribs, and he's like, "You will pay for that." Next is Kinien.
I know he can't understand me,
Yeah.
but I start.
I reload and give a thumbs up to the fire giant.
Yeah.
You'll still understand your tone.
Yeah.
So
I look very angry at him and basically menacingly start smiling
Okay.
and swing my axe,
Okay.
recklessly attacking him.
Okay.
with your D4.
Ooh, that's not so good. That's not so good at all. I'm guessing a,
Frost Giant, right?
yeah,
Okay. What you got?
14.
14 just barely misses. All right.
We go again. That'll hit.
Oh,
30 points of damage.
One die. 30 points of damage.
Was that
All right,
a
on the
D12?
Frost Giant. Next, so the Frost Giant moves past Kinien and attacks Manet.
I hit him
Okay.
with a power attack.
he's stupid walking past you.
Quick question. I don't get a reckless on a reaction.
I don't think so. Were those reckless attacks, by the way?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That's gonna hit all day long.
Okay.
For 26 points of damage.
And he does.
So he moves past you, and you bury your axe deep right where Manet has shot him through his side, and it hits something vital, and he lets out this yelp like, ugh! And out of his mouth comes just a gush of blood, and he drops to his knees and he falls to his side, holding where your axe had landed. You seem to have removed him from combat. Very nice.
Got him in the itchilies
Yes.
because he's cold.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Ouch. All right.
The cloud giant?
The puns, they hurt.
Yes. So the Cloud Giant, seeing this,
Reevaluates his life choices?
nope.
Oh.
He,
Let me do another intimidation, sir.
yeah, go for it. That's definitely an intimidating thing, especially for people who are wavering. Yeah. I think the Frost Giant himself was the only one here
And I
that
didn't
really
hit.
wanted to be in this.
That's
first
one.
turn.
That's what you had told me with my insight.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Just
Go ahead. Intimidation.
I mean-
With advantage.
I mean,
Yes.
I'd like to get experience from killing a bunch of giants, but I'd also like to get out of here.
it's only a 13.
And I feel like if
A
we
13?
win, if we win the battle, we might not win the war. So
6 and
It wasn't as cool as my nat 20 and
no.
and a
it
4.
the Cloud Giant says, okay, we don't need to do this. And he goes over and he starts like putting pressure on the Frost Giant's wounds. Says, Helendel, stay with me. Helendel.
I'll go up and cure wounds.
Well,
Cast cure wounds on
I
him.
can just do spare the dying.
Well, that's if he's downed. Is he downed?
Yeah, I mean he's
Death saving?
he's death saving.
Oh. Yeah.
Spare the dying, I think, is less useful than actually healing.
Okay.
I mean, spare the dying, yeah, he'd be stable, but
Mhm.
Well, and I suppose if you heal him and then he still attacks
Yeah.
us, we could just down him right again.
Yeah.
So that's right.
Okay.
he heals for 8 points of damage. Or 9.
Okay. His wounds knit together, and he's no longer like coughing up blood.
And it's obvious that we were the ones that healed him.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Like I would think Manet kind of makes a show of it, and the giants are kind of regrouping, and the fire giant says to you, she says, Marina said that you guys were assassins. It seemed a little off, but I mean, you're not, right? I mean, we can't let you continue in this keep.
Is she speaking in giant?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. She says, nod like this as a yes, and shake your head as a no.
And when she asks, you're not assassins, I'm like,
Yeah. You nod yes.
Smile, yeah.
Yeah.
no, we're not. Yes, we're not. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm playing with the floor that I smashed. I'm like examining like my handiwork.
Yeah, you're like, holy shit. She simplifies and she says, are you good?
Yes.
She says, shall we take you to the queen?
Yes.
You nod yes. She helps the other giants take the frost giant into the larger sized room, and they bandage his wounds more, lay him down to rest. She comes back out and she says, something is wrong here, I can tell now. Follow me. And she starts going up the stairs at a slower pace so you guys can keep up.
I keep my axe out.
Okay.
They've lost my trust at this point.
Yeah,
we're a little on edge.
But it also
alert.
makes sense that we're on edge because we were just attacked.
Yeah, exactly. You follow the Duchess, the fire giant Duchess, and she's walking up the stairs. And as she is, she's quickly explaining what's going on. Kind of, she says, after King Hikaton disappeared, and after his wife died, things have been very crazy. And then the ordning shattered. We giants that were here, we are trying to figure out what's going on. What is going to happen? What is Sarissa going to do now with the ordning being shattered? After saying that, she reaches the top of the stairs.
2 quick questions. Manet, are you kind of giving us quick translations of everything?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So did she say Hikaton's dead?
He's disappeared.
Or disappeared.
And his
Okay.
wife is dead.
Okay.
Question for DM. I don't remember what the ordinance is.
The ordning?
Ordning.
It is the pecking order put together by the giant god NM.
Okay.
So basically it's saying that storm giants rule over all giants.
Like a caste system? In
a caste system, yep.
Isn't
And
it
then
like a magical sort of contract that...
Basically, it's a religious contract, basically set in stone, and all giants know when the ordning was cast out. Basically, what it meant was the highest tiered cloud giant, which is directly underneath a storm giant, is never above the peasant storm giant. The lowest storm giant is always above the most ruling cloud giant, and that goes down the tiers.
And so when Hikaton disappeared and then his wife died, so it went to their child Sarissa, all this quick succession of like
Power.
the power vacuum, that's why the ordinance shattered?
No, it just so happened to be right around the same time.
Okay.
So the ordning shattered, timeline-wise, the ordning shattered, and then directly after that, Queen Neri died. And then not too long after that, King Hikaton died.
Okay, disappeared.
And then the power shifted to his youngest daughter.
Died or disappeared?
Oh, I'm sorry. Disappeared. He has not died. I've made that very clear. I misspoke. So yes,
that makes a lot of sense. I'm good now. Thank you.
And so that's why she's explaining that's why they're here, is because of all this turbulence and power. And the turbulence of what's going on with the ordning, like, there's good sections of giants that are concerned that with the ordning being gone, they're going to be plunged into chaos, which is what you're seeing. It's happening all over Faerun right now. So, yeah.
And Kinien is listening, understanding part of what Manette's telling.
Yeah.
But he's still kind of like brandishing his axe and looking unhappy.
And I think a lot of what I just said would be something that Kinien Manet relays, like just kind of recapping like what's going on and like explaining the importance, mainly for Kinien to keep throwing things at the wall and seeing what sticks.
Keep it at the forefront.
Yeah. So she gets to the top of the stairs, and the jazz room is empty. It is absolutely empty. There is nobody around. The giantess leads you down to the gaudy corridor, and you walk by these relief carvings. And at the end of this corridor are 6 storm giant guards lining the walls with their spears crossed. So three barriers, and the fire giant, she says to them in giant, "Let us through. These folks do not mean harm." And then there's a pause, and nothing happens. And she says, "What is going on here? I said, let us through." And the doors open at the end of the corridor, these shipwreck doors. And in the doorway is Marina. Wow. it's Imrith in the center, flanked by Marina and Nim. And Imrith has kind of this, you get this feeling of surrogate mother, that she's kind of taken these two younger giants under her wings, and she says, "These three shall not pass." From behind Imrith, you hear a tentative voice, one of a female, kind of squeaking out, saying, "Now, Imrith, let them into the chamber. We shall hear what they have to say. I am sure we have enough guards to take on these assassins. I shall see my would-be killers and question them before we dispose of them." And Imrith looks you all like dead in the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Each one of you, and she just snuffs and steps to the side, and the two other princesses kind of like kick their hair back and very like hump like and like move out of the way. They are very upset that they have to listen not only to orders of their youngest sister, but they also do not like that they are not getting their way.
Sarissa's the youngest?
Sarissa seems to be the youngest.
Interesting.
So all of these barriers lift open, and you start following this fire giant into this throne room. And you see at the far end of the room is a young giantess, storm giant, who has very purple flowing hair, purpley blue skin, much younger than Marina or Nim. Marina being the oldest looking, Nim looking second, and then Sarissa being the youngest. She is kind of, she's sitting in this throne, and she visibly has weight on her shoulders. Like, she is holding the mantle of power, and her physique is showing it. Like, hunched shoulders. She's still learning how to cope with this power, right? With all of this.
Is it an actual mantle?
No. It's more a metaphorical mantle of power, and so she is leaning back with her posture very poor, and she is leaning on this throne of bones. This throne floats in the air slightly, about 15 feet off the ground, which is but a step for a storm giant. And this throne is made of dragon bones. Manet, give me a Arcana check, please.
Was she speaking in giant still? I just want to keep confirming
yes.
that.
I would say what she was speaking was common. What Sarissa was speaking was common.
Okay, so we understood her part, and
yes,
her calling
yep.
us assassins.
Yes.
Okay.
I holster
18.
my axe.
18. So, you recognize this throne as the legendary Wormskull throne. This throne you have read about many times over as a dwarven artifact that has moved through time from ruler to ruler. It was last lost at sea, in the Trackless Sea, during while it was being shipped to a dwarven king. This throne it also has a scepter that accompanies it, and it was made supposedly directly after the giant dragon war. That's about all you know of it. Basically, like, you don't know what it does, but you know that this is
a big deal.
A really big deal. You see around Sarissa's neck is a very large nautilus shell. It is yellow or orange and white, and it is on a necklace. And then she also has like this scepter that she's holding. So you enter the room, and when you do, Sarissa motions towards to the right of you, basically. Behind the door, she motions, and a large storm giant, an older storm giant, walks out. He kind of like puts his hand up on Imra's shoulder and almost like clenches it, and then walks by Imrith and walks towards the throne and stands next to Sarissa. She says, in common, "Now, what are assassins doing here? Are you the same assassins that killed my mother?"
We are not assassins.
Your Highness.
1 second. Okay. Persuasion.
Mm.
23.
She leans back with like a shock, and she looks at you, and she looks at Imrith, and she says, "Marina, you told me these were assassins. What is the meaning of this? What is going on here?" And she yells to the guards outside. She says, "Guards, shut the doors immediately." And the doors close, and she says, "Bar them." Guards on both sides, you hear like this. She says, "Now, no one shall leave this room until I know what is going on."
Do I have the impression that she is waiting for Amrith or Marina to answer?
She is waiting for an explanation from anybody, I think.
Okay.
It's more of the queen, the Storm Queen has
Yep.
demanded an answer, and she is hoping for an answer.
Yeah, I just wasn't
Yep,
sure.
Yep.
Body language and
Yep.
all that.
Yep. You're reading it, right?
So I just take a slight step forward and say, Your Highness, we're not here as assassins. We are here in peace. We're here to speak with you, and hopefully with your wisdom find a way to end the conflict that has been happening across Faerun. I know of no assassination. I don't know what's going on with that, but I guarantee that we are not here to cause any harm.
I don't know about that.
I stomp on his foot.
Yeah, as soon as you see his Kinien's mouth opening up, you just stomp on it.
He's drunk. Don't listen to a single word he says.
She raises her eyebrow at what just happened with Kinien and Manet, and she looks back at you, and she says, "Then why is it that you have come here? Is it purely to find some way to bring peace?"
Yes.
This is where I wish my father was here. He was so much better at doing this. I have worked on this for months. I'm still trying to find an answer to that. If only I could find my father or his body. And the storm giant male that is standing next to Sarissa puts his hand on her hand, and she says, "It is all right, child. We will find your father." And she says, Thank you, Uther." Rubbing his hand, says, "You're a very good uncle." Imrith steps forward and takes a position on the other side of Sarissa. And she says, "My queen, now, what should we do with these small folk? They should not be here. They're trying to instigate something that they have no knowledge of. They clearly do not understand the ramifications of what is going on. They should not be here."
We know you!
I stomp on his foot again.
And
Yes,
she shoots daggers at you. And when she does, her eyes, they fleck
Oh.
to the slitted dragon eyes and back. And she kind of snarls at you.
I think you were at the jazz thing earlier. Was that where we saw her?
She called me a fool!
And she says, "Well, yes, I would call you a fool, Orc. You have stumbled into a den of giants, a stronghold deep beneath the sea, only to find out how you can help, with quotes. And she says, explain to me how 3 small folk are going to help a problem that is so far beyond you, a problem that has been created by our god Anem.
We're not saying that we're here to fix everything. Certainly, as you have said, we don't know everything that is going on in the Giants' realm, so we would not presume that us outsiders could come and fix all that. At the same time, whatever the full situation is, it is having an impact on Faerun, and so we're here to see if there's any assistance we can offer you. Any small way that we can help even one part of your issue, of your problem.
And I think Sarissa pipes up at this point and she says, now, Imrith, these small folk clearly have skin in the game. I'm sure, like the little one has said, their towns are being destroyed. Now, wouldn't you come and try to do something if our stronghold was being destroyed by some larger force? You need to think about this. And Imrith says, they have no business here. They should not be here.
I shout.
Well, that's for Sarissa to decide.
Do not be deceived. She is a worm.
Is Kinien trying to like edge around Manet's
I'm like dodging stomps. I saw her fly.
And I think at that point, Sarissa says, what do you mean fly? And Imrith kind of looks at you like, yes, what do you mean fly?
Say the wrong thing and I'll cut you.
She's a dragon.
I need you to make a persuasion check at disadvantage. Because this is a very ridiculous claim.
Yeah.
But
can I assist?
Come on, broken.
How would you like to assist?
He wants me to blow my roll.
How would you like to assist?
I'm gonna cast guidance on Kinien because he is right next to me, so I can just like pat him on the back and cast guidance.
Okay. All right.
So you get a D4 added.
I don't know how I'd assist.
1 second.
I don't know how I would assist.
Okay.
It's a 10, which isn't terrible.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Sarissa says, now, that is a very ridiculous claim. What evidence would you have to back up something like that? You realize this is what makes us not want to trust you, small folk. Why would a dragon, our most hated enemy, want to step into our stronghold? That makes no sense.
Yeah. I'm not able to answer that myself. I'm equally as baffled. Do you know someone here that can cast a Zone of Truth spell? If not, I can cast that.
Or True Seeing.
Or True Seeing. We can...
Surely they have spellcasters here.
Yeah, I mean...
They don't actually. So,
Well,
says,
I'm just doing it in a way of offering them first, you know.
She says, no, we don't have any clerics or wizards among us. But I think sure, Imrith, you'll be subject to a Zone of Truth, shall you not? Imrith says, yeah, I have nothing to hide.
Well, and I guess at the beginning of my offering that, I started out by telling Queen Sarissa that my name is Tenuvial and I am a humble servant of Lathander. So kind of like, hey, I'm a cleric.
She says, not to be demeaning, little one, but it is very clear from your garb, and you've just got like You basically shout cleric, like...
The Fender's #1 fan.
I'm just, just really putting things on thick to...
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, magic zone that guards against deception in a 15-foot radius sphere. Creatures entering the spell must make a charisma saving throw. On a failed save, they cannot speak a deliberate lie. And I know whether they succeed or fail on their saving throw. They are aware of the spell and can avoid answering questions to which they would normally respond with a lie. They can be evasive as long as their answer remains within the boundaries of truth. So I cast Zone of Truth.
Okay.
I walk into it.
Oh gosh. What was the save she needs to do?
Charisma.
And what is your spell save?
17? Yeah, 17.
Okay. She walks in, and you said that you would know?
Yes. It says that I know whether she succeeds or fails.
She succeeds.
Dang
it. She walks in, and she looks like she walks into this like Lathander emblem that is on the ground with radiant light flowing from the ground. And she walks in, and she kind of like shudders and looks at Queen Sarissa. She says, "My queen, what shall I answer?" And Sarissa says, "Well, the little ones are the ones calling you out, so I would think that they would be the ones to ask the questions. Let us see how this goes. What questions do you little ones have to ask? I can think of an easy one. But the ball is in your court."
Okay, so she succeeded, so does that mean she can
Yes.
lie?
Yeah, she can lie.
Mm-hmm.
Much as she wants.
But I walked in.
I like this.
Did you choose to fail? Because you can choose to fail.
I failed.
Okay.
Okay.
So I have to tell the truth.
Kinien, have you seen this creature next to you before today?
Yes.
I guess to establish that you are under the spell, because she seems to be of great power, and I'm not sure if the Zone of Truth is fully working on her. Please tell us your most embarrassing memory.
Please no.
You can just say, like, I said memory from my childhood or something. You don't have to make specifics, but... 'cause I'm really trying to prove that...
No,
This is-
I got put on the fucking spot tonight. Kinien, your most embarrassing moment, please.
You asked for this by walking into that Zone of Truth.
Well, I think I saw my brother being made. And I kept watching.
Oh no! and
then you got caught.
Sarissa, she sits back and she like eyes with Uther, and Uther eyes with her, and Uther like shakes his head like disapprovingly, and she says, "Yes, that shall do as proof, I guess." Yes.
My
okay.
apologies. I didn't realize that would be quite the answer, but
You did ask for it.
I'm aware. I just...
I'm gonna give you inspiration, by the way. That solid.
Have you seen this creature before you in a different form?
Yeah, she called me a fool. I was just trying to squeeze through a porcupine. I was trying to squeeze through a gate, and I was stuck.
Did she reveal that she was a dragon when you had encountered her previously?
She breathed lightning on me.
And what did she look like in her dragon form?
She was blue. Big.
At this moment, she darts. She like jumps out of the circle, and she says, "This is ridiculous." Sarissa's like, calm down, Imrith. This does not necessarily mean... And she says, "No, you fool. This is ridiculous. You fools have fallen for all my tricks. And she turns into this ancient blue dragon. And when she does, she says, "The giants shall engage with the dragons in war once more, and you shall fall. Your race is in disarray. We shall be victorious." And she teleports away. Does anybody have Dispel Magic?
That'd be,
There is a reaction.
it's not Dispel Magic. It's
Counterspell.
Oh yeah, Counterspell. Sorry.
No, none of us do.
Okay. It is a reaction, so I wanted to give it ample time.
We would need a bard.
Yeah.
Or a wizard.
Or a wizard.
With that
I
spell.
have it as a spell, but not prepared for today.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So, Sarissa looks around. She says, I can't believe this. She fooled us all. And Marina and Nim both look at each other and they look towards Sarissa and they say, "She fooled everyone." And everybody it's real awkward right now. And
so Marina and Nim were kind of under.
it seems maybe so.
Dragons could be persuasive.
Yeah.
They have charisma like to the nines.
Yeah.
Uther looks towards Sarissa and says, We must double our efforts to find your father. We need to have leadership here. We need to hunt this dragon and get rid of, at least give some sort of fight back. The war might not start today, but maybe we can deal some blow to the ancient dragons.
I'm still in the L, right?
Yeah.
So, I just want to make this clear that there are other dragons that might not want to go to war with you. I don't know. I don't remember all the details of the dragon giant war, but we're friends with a gold dragon, and he seems to want to fix whatever your guys' issue is to save the small folk, and does not seem interested in going to war with you. So maybe a counter attack against the dragons is not the way to go about this.
At least we need to take this dragon out. Imrith must die.
that's totally fine.
We're
We
with you
just
there.
we just don't. We brought this to your attention because, as I said, we are here. We want to help you as we can, and the last thing we would want is to create an entire new war.
It
So-
seems to me that
She's
her name-
with
Imran?
Emrith.
Imrith.
Yes.
Is probably behind your father's disappearance. That gives us some information to go on. They may have taken him, and we can help you in trying to find King Hector.
Because as non-giants, it would be easier for us to
And I interject.
enter.
We heard he's on the something sea. We heard rumors.
What sea?
The trackless sea?
That is a very large sea. But
That's our most recent information.
I mean, if he's on sea, he must be by boat. Is that correct? I would think so. How else would you hold a storm giant? Not in the water, that's for sure.
I can't lift one.
Sarissa, she climbs down off of her throne. When she does, something I didn't mention is in this room is a pool of water, and it seems to be a emergency escape, kind of like the pool of water that you saw. As she gets down from this throne, the nautilus shell around her neck starts to glow a little bit, and there is a spinning that happens in this pool of water. And Sarissa, very serious and almost angry, comes over to you three, and she kneels down and she says, "Does this help with anything? This is a token found with my mother." And she hands you a wooden coin. It's a poker chip, one that you recognize from the Golden Goose.
Aye, that is familiar.
You saw a lot of poker chips up close.
Yes, I did.
What should we do next? I think we need to find my father. And Uther says from behind her, he says, "We need to strike back immediately before the dragon has made defenses."
I'm thinking, personally, that we should try to find King Hikatan.
"I'm with you," Sarissa says.
Not because Your Highness is... You are doing what appears to be a great job ruling, but I think that with his wisdom and blah, 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 I can't speak today, but...
When you say that, she goes, "Do not be disillusioned. I want to remove this mantle of power. I never asked for this. I do not want it."
I understand. I just don't put down your abilities either. Like, don't. There's a better way to say that. But anyways,
I understand what you're saying, and it is very nice.
You're very smart. You listen to me.
Thank you.
but yes, it sounds like finding your father would be a good action. He would probably be of great aid in trying to negotiate or help you with the full gravity of what you giants are facing.
I walk up to Uther and say, "Wait for me. I want revenge."
If you folks are going to find Hikatan, we shall wait. We shall wait 10 days. And if you cannot find him by then, the assault will start. Please, if it comes down close, we need to come up with some meeting place. Because we will look for where her hold is, but I doubt that you will know where to go after that. What should we do? And he looks to Sarissa and he says, "Is there something we can do with these teleportation conches?"
I was just about to ask if...
Yeah. And she says, "Now, there is something that we can do, at least with the conches. If someone attunes to them, they can teleport a group of people at once, not one by one. I would highly suggest that one of your party attunes to this conch that you guys somehow have."
But we gave it away.
No, we still have it back on their ship.
Because you're not meta-wise, you're not
Yeah.
attuned, so
No,
it never came with you.
Because we blew it and then it dropped.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, it was
That's
the
all right.
conch from the bedroom that they took.
Yep. She says, "Now, if one of you attune, if you find my father or at his body, all of you must come back here. I will leave word if we have left. I will leave word with one of our guards to tell you where to find us. Otherwise, I will be here and we will start the assault together."
I think that sounds like a good plan.
And that is the plan then. She says, "Now, I am not an ungrateful queen. Come with me." And she walks you back behind the throne. There's a corridor. She walks you into this room with these shell treasure chests. And she starts pulling out different things. She pulls out like these sacks made out of whale bladders and all sorts of different things. Basically, what you get is a treasure full of 10,000 gold pieces and then a couple magical items.
Whoa!
Let's figure out what we needed. I need a D100 from
56.
56. D6 is a potion of heroism. Another, please.
82.
Let's do that.
A potion of longevity.
47.
47. So, what she gets is a she like reaches around in one of these treasure chests and she pulls out a book, and the book has these feathers on it, and it's got like, does anybody know Celestial?
Maybe.
Bond.
Can you
Bond,
comprehend languages by reading though, right?
Yes, if I hold the item.
Oh no,
Okay.
I don't know it.
So when she pulls the book out, she hands it to you, just like unloading some of this stuff. She hands it to you, and you see the celestial writing, and it starts bending and turning into what you can understand. It says, "The Tome of the Protected." If you remember, the Protected is what the Vistani called Bon during his
Which happens to be a Protector Asimon.
Yes. But yeah, it has like all this angelic looking stuff on it. It's a leather bound with inlaid gold leaf. And as like you try to open it too, it doesn't open. It doesn't have a binding or a clasp to keep it
broken.
closed. Yeah, yeah. Kinien tries it, kind of like, you know, King Arthur and the sword in the stone. Like, you try to open it with all your strength, and it doesn't open. And then Queen Sarissa, she says, "Now, where did you come from? Do you have your conch of teleportation? It should take you to the exact point in space that you were previous when you used it. Do you have it on you?"
Unfortunately, none of us were attuned to it when we tried it.
She reaches back and like kind of throws her hand through her hair, thinking.
So, because where are we? Have we been told?
Onto those.
You ask that, and she says, "You are thousands of feet below the surface of the trackless sea."
So I wonder if like mist was or wind walking. We don't need to breathe when we're the wind, but could we travel through water?
I mean, you would be bubbles.
Because then we could just, I mean, like if we knew where we were, then we would know like approximately where Kinien's ship is, and then we could just wind walk to it potentially.
Speed might be an issue there, dear, but I am no arcanist. I understand a little, but
Is there any way that you can teleport us to...
there is a chance that our teleportation circle, seeing how nobody else has come through it, can go back to the conch that sent you here.
Oh, okay. That would be perfect.
It's kind of like a redial effect, but
Star 69.
yeah. But we can certainly give it a try. I just want you to know, though, that if it doesn't work, you may end up somewhere you don't want to be.
Well, we've already rolled the dice of fate once today, so what's the second?
Okay.
We're willing to take that risk. It seems to be our best option.
Okay. She walks you down to the original welcoming room, the reception hall. She ushers you into this teleportation glyph circle area. She says, "I saw my mother do this only once. Let me see." And she walks over.
Cast guidance.
Okay. What does that do? A D4?
Yeah, D4.
Okay. She walks over to the wall, and when she does, she puts her hand up to the wall, and this arcane, like, square, like, goes out and around her hand where she touches the wall, and it starts to glow, and she starts, like, drawing symbols in the square, and everything goes black. I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw, please. You come to, and the cold night air cuts against your skin, and you fall. You plummet.
Our ship's moved since we teleported from it.
You plummet. Where you plummet, though, is down towards a balloon, a great red balloon with ropes strewn across it. What did you have, Manet?
13.
What did you have?
10.
What did you have?
12.
12. You all fall, and you can't get a handhold on this rope.
My grappling hook, baby.
You just you are falling, and you let go of your grappling hook, and it rubs against the balloon, trying to find purchase on one of these ropes, and it does. It finds purchase, and you hold tight. Give me a strength saving throw, please.
19 on the die.
Nice. You
That's a lot.
hold tight, and you swing in this parabolic form, grabbing at your friends. 2 dex saves, or dexterity checks.
At 20. But I'd roll with advantage, so unless we just take both of these.
No,
22.
So the first one, you snap up Tenuvial as you're swinging through,
And 11.
and you miss Manet on your pass through. Manet, you fall from the balloon down past the ship, and you plummet through the sky.
You got a grappling hook?
Gold wings come towards you. They're illuminating the fog that's around you, and you are swooped up by Bon as he has come from his night's flight
Perfect timing.
and puts you back on the ship. And he says, "Well, funny seeing you here."
Hey everybody, it's Alan, your DM, and I wanted to say thank you from the cast and crew for listening to Roll with Advantage. We really appreciate it. If you feel like you want to support the podcast or even want to get on the podcast in all sorts of different ways, go ahead and check us out at Patreon, patreon.com/Roll with Advantage. We've got all sorts of different support structures that have got fun little things for each of the levels. If you can't support monetarily, comments and subscriptions go a very long ways. So if you could comment in iTunes or on YouTube, that would help out the podcast so much. We also love to interact with our fans. If you use the hashtag Roll with Advantage on Twitter, or you can post in our subreddit, we will be happy to engage with you guys. It's a super fun way to get to know some of us, and you get to ask questions about your favorite characters, or about the world, what's going on in the background, stuff like that. We also want to say a big thank you for Incompetech.com and BattleBards for letting us use their music and sound effects. They do a fantastic job, and I highly suggest you guys go check them out. Just beautiful work from everybody there. For a full list of the pieces we use, go ahead and check out the description, and you'll find it there. So, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week. Bye!